Hello and welcome to another episode of Dream to a Decade. Yes, we are still alive and kicking somewhere.
Barely.
I'm your amazing, spectacular host with the most, Detective Artemis.
And I'm Journey.
And today we are going to celebrate the 30th anniversary of one of the greatest animated films of all time, The Lion King.
Fuck, I'm old.
Yes, you are, you son of a bitch. Cheers!
Cheers. God damn it, I needed that.
That was some very aggressive drinking. I am not going to be your therapist, so I'm not going to unpack any of that. We are just going to move on with The Lion King. Yes, dude, it has been 30 fucking years already. What do you think about that so far?
Oh, fuck my life. Okay. Let's quick unpacking real quick. So it's 30 years old, this movie.
That's right.
I'm fucking 34. Like, I don't know why, but I felt like this movie was older. Like, I felt like it was, damn, I'm old.
Yeah. I'm not even going to continue with that because you are very old. You are so dusty.
Bitch, you're older than me.
Never mind that. What are some of your early memories of The Lion King?
Okay. Again, like I said, like I remember being a kid, watching this movie. Like, my sister was a huge fan of it, so watched it on repeat. But what I do remember, especially throughout my whole entire childhood, even adulthood, is that I have never cried to this movie.
Never.
No, everybody's like, oh, everybody's cried to Lion King. No, I didn't fucking cry. No, not at all.
Look, buddy, it's just you and me here.
Did you cry? You cry?
Let me finish. Okay. Not only did I cry as a kid, but I cried again last night when we showed it to our son, who didn't cry, but he was visibly distressed. But it was mostly his mom and I, my wife and I, crying, and he came to console us. I'm
That
not.
kid's mature.
I'm not ashamed of it. There's only a couple of other movies that make me feel that way. So aside from Mufasa's death, I also cannot get past the beginning of Land Before Time. That's still a real tearjerker. And also in Neverending Story, the death of Artax, the great horse.
Yeah, that one was fucked up too. That was traumatizing. But I didn't cry. I didn't cry for that either.
You're fucking lying to me.
Yeah, no. Growing up, I didn't cry at movies. Growing up,
were you not hugged as a kid?
Barely. Every once in a while.
I wasn't.
They weren't like passionate hugs. It was more like, fuck, shut the fuck up. Here's a hug. Go away.
Anywho, Lion King. Yeah, so what else?
And then also, so apart from that, never cried. As a kid, I absolutely fucking loved and also hated the video game. The one for Game Boy.
That game was so hard.
It was so fucking impossibly hard. Like, it was, along with what was the other one? Michael Jackson Moonwalker. Those are two of the most impossible games.
I can never get past the thriller level.
They were the two of the most impossible, hard to beat games ever in my whole entire childhood. Like, I just couldn't do it.
I remember it being really hard for Sega Genesis. The whole Stampede level was something very hard. So naturally, like every kid, I put in the cheat codes.
I was too broke to own a Game Shark, so I couldn't.
No, I think they had them in like little books. You go to like Ralph's or something, and it was like, oh, code books here, or someone you just happen to have like a friend who knows it, and they give it to you.
No, never.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess everybody hated the Lion King one that I never got it. Never got the cheat code for Lion King. I wish we were friends back then.
No, I don't wish that.
Yeah, probably not. I was a sad kid.
Some of my early memories of this movie was I never saw it in theaters, but I remember I somehow came across. I'm pretty sure it was a gift to me on VHS. So it was one of those like nice like those diamond edition ones, like the white edges.
The white edges. Yeah.
I really wish I held on to these movies because, I think those diamond edition ones were like pretty like worth something if they were in, mint condition, I think a while ago. Well, anyways, I could have been a millionaire. Maybe.
Probably. Or probably just, a nice little vacation. Yeah. Sell it and have a nice little vacation. But yeah, no, I don't know. I've never been a eBay kind of search and see kind of.
Yeah, I don't want to go through eBay. They are very expensive.
Yeah. How did you feel? And honestly, I didn't find out until I was like an adult that Lion King was a straight up ripoff of an anime.
Or was there more to that?
No, how did you feel? Like,
Oh.
how did you feel when you found out? Like, it shattered me. I was like, wait, this epic ass movie that I grew up with was all just a fucking ripoff to.
You referring to Kimba the White Lion?
Yes.
So I actually didn't even know about this until like a couple of years ago, and then I did some rabbit hole digging, and there are a lot of visual similarities for sure. A lot of
A lot. Like
but
a lot. It's not parallel thinking. This ain't Amy Schumer. Fuck that. Like,
I would not say it's a ripoff because there are different story elements you see in Kimba, like the interaction with human beings,
Kimba, Simba,
and then his mom dies in the boat and he has to swim ashore. So there are different details, but there's also enough similarities that you can, if you want to be a Disney advocate, it was an homage to Kimba, but they flat out said at the time, we've never heard of Kimba.
Exactly.
So it was pretty fucked up. I mean, they got inspiration obviously from, Hamlet and Moses and the Egyptian gods like Osiris and Seth, but they just flat out ignored Kimba. And it's funny because the guy who, wrote Kimba, he also wrote Astro Boy, was a huge fan of Disney and idolized Walt Disney. So
really,
yeah, and so to say that like Disney had never heard of him when they launched like Disney Tokyo in like the 80s, like The Lion King was in production for so many years from like 88 to 94.
Yeah,
it's hard to say that during that time no one ever heard of the likes of Osamu Tezuka, the creator of Kimba. So. Yeah. They did him dirty. As soon as he died, then like they really got forward with the production on that, yeah. And it's fucked up because after Lion King came out, they released their sequel, Leo the Lion, to video. This is after Lion King came out, and then Disney had the balls to send him a cease and desist letter for stealing from the Lion King. Yeah. So that was pretty fucked. They dropped the charges, but I mean, like, what the audacity of these people?
Fucking yeah, that's when you start hearing all this stuff is when you start realizing it's like as an adult, it's like Disney seems like such a nice family thing, but no, there's such a big dark side to Disney.
The brighter the image is, the darker the negatives.
During the 80s, 90s era of like Disney, remember how they were hiding like weird shit? Okay, wait. So which one's the one where they have the penis and the stars? Is that Lion King or is that Little Mermaid?
Well, in the Lion King, it was actually sex that was spelled in the stars, but
sex was spelled.
But apparently, it said SFX for the sound effects crew who worked on it.
Sure
was. That's why they omitted it from the one of the other releases. And I saw it again last night. And I was like, okay, here it comes. Let me see the sex. And like, as soon as the stars, like they show the stars, it quickly dissolves into the next shot. So I'm like, oh, they're really trying to hide it.
Yeah. No,
you can't fool me.
You can't fool me. I know it's there. That's why it's good. You see, if you would have still had that VHS copy, you would have been able to see it.
Right? I'm like, look, son, it says sex.
It said sex.
What's that? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. And, I do miss that. I do miss that a lot. Like, but also it's a lot of stuff you don't understand as a kid, but as an adult going back and rewatching all these things, like it's different eyes. It's different eyes.
Real quick, I just want to circle back to Kimba because I was not done talking about him.
Yes.
There's a lot of visual similarities to it, like the death of Mufasa, who's hanging from there, then the enemy called Claw with a messed up eye, just like Scar does, and he wants to take over the throne for himself. If you look it up, there are a lot of similarities, but I wouldn't call it a ripoff. It just seems like they inspired from Kimba and didn't want to give him credit.
I don't know, Kimba, Simba.
Well, apparently when they did the Kimba show in the 60s, NBC wanted to copyright the name, so they saw that Simba is Swahili for lion, so they wanted to copyright it, so they changed it to Kimba, probably for KMBC at the time.
Yeah.
And then Lion King they actually took the whole actual like Swahili name Simba for lions. So yeah.
Because all that money. They could do it with that money.
I suppose so. House of Mouse always wins.
God damn. Yeah.
All right, that's enough of the Kimba.
Yeah, the Kimba.
Well, actually, there was an early concept art too of the Lion King where they showed Simba clearly a white lion. So they knew what they were doing.
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 And there were like 30 fucking writers for this movie and a lot of like rewrites and stuff.
Really?
Yeah, so this underwent a lot of changes, and that's just like that's a whole separate video right there.
I would be really interested in like kind of see what the original concepts were, like what the story concept of it was.
I remember one of them. It was that Scar was the leader of the baboons, and the baboons were at war with the lions.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Now I remember what I was gonna figure out. Wait. No, actually, I'll save this question for later. But yeah, no, I've never seen Kimba. I don't know why. Even though, but I did hear that it was just a straight up rip off. But yeah, no, I'm gonna have to put that on my list.
What are some of your favorite moments from The Lion King?
Okay, so I have two favorite parts. The first one is it's gotta be that opening, that intro. That is probably some of the best animation to ever been. Like the whole opening sequence, the animals, the song, the story, like all the way up to when they hold that little lion come up in the air. I was like, that whole entire scene of the intro was just an absolute masterpiece. Like just put it on repeat and on my screensaver and I'm happy. Like that is such a masterpiece. And then the second one is when they're like towards the end when everybody's fighting, like Timon and Pumbaa laying it down, Pumbaa kicking ass like that. Nobody messes with a pig. And the monkey,
warthog.
No, he's also a pig. You remember? Don't mess with the pig.
All right. Are you aching for some bacon? Yup.
Yep. And then fucking was it Rafiki going Bruce Lee on all the hyenas.
That blue ass though.
that was like my favorite scene. I was dying watching all of that. But yeah, those are my favorite scenes. Like it's just epic.
Yeah. For me, definitely it was from like a visual standpoint was the whole stampede thing. During the time that was sort of revolutionary from the amount of CG and all the hand drawn stuff they did to like the integration. It was really groundbreaking, and even looking at it now, it still looks great. It's also my least favorite scene because Mufasa dies and Simba tries to wake up his dead dad.
Dad,
shut up!
Dad,
a little close to home.
We gotta go home.
You son of a bitch. I also love where they capture Zazu, voiced by the great Rowan Atkinson / Mr. Bean.
No. Oh shit! Yeah, no, yeah, you're right.
There's a part where he's singing to Scar, and Zazu is like, "It's a small world."
Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh, anything but that."
Anything but that. And then the little coconut song was fun.
Yeah. As far as things I didn't like so much, I don't know, man. It's really hard to say for like a least favorite moment because I love just about all of it. Really,
I kind of agree. Like I kind of agree with that. Like when I was watching it last night, I was watching it and I was like, honestly, I can't think of anything that's felt like just such a perfect movie. And then I ran into it. The one scene that I felt was the most lacking of the whole entire thing, and this was a Scar song. Like yeah, the one time Scar sings.
Be prepared.
Yeah. Yes. Like I felt like that scene was the weakest out of all of them. Like all the other songs, very memorable to me, but except for Scars, that was probably just like the weakest. That I was like, I'd be okay if they scratch the scene out. Like,
I mean, he needed a song. Every villain needs their song,
of course. But like, yeah, I just felt like that was the weakest.
What is the best song for you?
The Hakuna Matata. It's got to be Hakuna Matata
for sure.
Like hands down. Like I used to have that memorized, the beginning of it. Now I'm older and a lot of alcohol is destroying brain cells. I can't really remember that well, but it's in there.
You know, I really wish I could Hakuna Matata a lot of things in my life, but I don't want to be broke, so I gotta go to work. Doesn't really work.
Have you ever tried Hakuna Matata at work?
Sometimes, if my boss is listening. No, I do not. But for me, I think aside from Hakuna Matata and the opening song, I'm gonna go with Sir Elton John's "Can You Feel the Love Tonight."
Can you feel?
A bit of trivia though. Speaking of Scar,
let's go.
Segues ago, one of the people who was actually set and considered to play Scar was Tim Curry.
I could see it. I could definitely see it.
For sure, definitely. Tim Curry, yeah. But apparently he was like, I'm going to do Home Alone 2 instead, and there were scheduling conflicts, which is fine because I love Home Alone 2, and Jeremy Irons as Scar is just so fucking cool.
It was good. It was good. I mean, I don't know. I kind of want to hear it now. Like I kind of want to hear it. Kind of the same way as like I really want to hear Detective Pikachu as Danny DeVito. Really want to hear that version too.
Oh right, yeah. And also with Tim Curry, he was supposed to play Joker in the Batman animated series, but then he wasn't able to do so. Or I forgot what happened exactly. So they got Mark Hamill instead, and that became a career-changing move for him.
Epic. Like honestly, most epic Joker ever, and especially laugh. Like he perfected that laugh.
Right, and it's coming off the success of It, they're like, oh, okay, this guy can play a pretty cool, creepy clown. Let's have him as Joker. And I'm pretty sure somewhere exists those audition or like recordings of it, and I'm pretty sure if I spend like 6 minutes, I can find it online. But it's got to be cool.
I would love to. I would love to experience something like that. But I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's locked up that's not on the internet. Like especially if it's like either Disney related or something morbid, that's got to be locked in some rich guy's vault.
Along with that, and a lot of dirty secrets, I assume.
Yeah, like another one, and this one. Okay, so supposedly this one's locked up by the actual estate of Robin Williams. Supposedly Robin Williams has a bunch of extra VO, a lot of extra VO
As the genie
of the genie. Yeah, like like I think I saw like a BTS or documentary thing where when they were recording the stuff for Genie, like they at one point they just hit record and they told him to just fib as much as he wants, and it was just nothing but recordings. That's why when the live action movie came out, actually I think you might have told me that it might have, there was a chance that they were like, oh, we could have dug up all of that audio, extra recorded audio, and had Robin Williams still play himself in the live action, and then CGI'd Genie for the whole movie.
But we got Will Smith instead.
Fucking ruined it.
I believe that too, because Robert Williams, he's just this verbal machine gun. You tell him to keep talking, he's going to talk until the end of time.
Yep.
And I will listen, because that guy is a legend.
Yeah. Him and Morgan Freeman. I will sit there and listen for hours.
Oh man, one talks very slow and calm, and the other one's just so kinetic and 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Why was that not like a sitcom or a buddy cop movie or something?
Oh my God, that would have been amazing.
But instead, we got a comedy buddy cop with Morgan Freeman and my dad Brad Pitt in the movie Seven. What is in the box?
Now I'm curious. Did Robin Williams and Morgan Freeman ever do anything together?
I don't know. Hey, intern, can you look up something?
Do we have an intern?
No, there is no one here.
It's supposed to be your kid.
I could pause this
school.
and look at it. Whatever. I don't care.
It's all right.
Oh, I've heard another favorite moment I do like. I love when movies do this where there's some sort of rain or water to sort of show rebirth.
Transition, change, right?
So like, yeah, rebirth,
cleansing.
Cleansing. So at the end where Scar dies, the rain washes up, and now, Simba is rebirthed as the king. So I guess you can call it symbolism. Simba.
Okay, this podcast is over.
The whole reason why I wanted to do this episode was for that joke, and I did not get the reaction I wanted.
Okay, Dad.
I quit.
Okay, Dad.
I am the Punisher.
I'm out. This is over.
So, sequel talk. Have you ever seen Simba's Pride, part 2, or The Lion King 1.5, I think it was?
No. Wait, actually, yes. Maybe a long time ago, but I don't remember it now. The second part is his daughter and Scar's son, right? That's
his heir,
Pride.
not technically his son.
Do we know what the fuck it is? Is that what you're saying, heir?
It's an heir. They specifically say that Scar never had a son. He just kind of was their stepdad.
Huh.
So his girl Zira, I forgot her name, but she had 3 kids.
Let's talk about this. So in an actual real lion's pride thing, supposedly you have one male and then there's a bunch of lionesses and
right, living the dream.
Male, yeah, and so any other like male lion is not allowed to procreate. So I'm guessing that's why they're saying it's his heir and not his son, because he wasn't allowed to procreate with any of the other lionesses.
I'm not sure, just because like this is when Simba was exiled and Scar was taken over, and then that's where those kids, I'm not sure if she came in there with kids already and she was pregnant. It's this whole we need like a Lion King Maury on here.
Right. And also wouldn't that also mean that like Simba and Nala are related, like cousins, or
No.
they should have been, because again, one male, all lionesses, like.
Oh, right. Well, maybe. I don't
So
know. You know,
they
you
should
know
have been
how
cousins,
these like
or
royal bloodlines go. They're just banging their cousins,
yeah, Game of
keeping that,
Thrones,
keeping
Game
that
of
pure.
Thrones,
The royal family.
Yeah, Simba and Nala were related somehow, but yeah, we don't talk about that. So it's like there's a lot of incest in Lion.
Yeah, these
in this
lion
King
things
thing.
sure are weird. Like, here's another actual. Bring back Kimba for a second. In the anime movie, apparently Kimba used his dead dad's hide as a form of cover, like to hide, and then he would talk to him like he was still alive too. So that was pretty dark, and I could see why they wouldn't take that and put it into the Lion King. But I don't know, man. It was like Weekend at Kimba's over there or something.
Weekend at Kimba's.
Put the sunglasses on his dad.
Dude, oh, talking about also hides and stuff like that. Okay, which other there's another Disney movie. I can't remember which one it is. It might have been an animated one, but it has Scar as a rug.
Oh shit!
Yeah, what movie is that? Like,
let me use the Google machine.
is it one of the Shreks? No. That was Mama Bear from the Three Bears. She was a rug. No, there's another Disney movie where Scar is an actual rug.
Hercules.
There it is, and it's supposed to. Oh, it's supposed to. The what is it called? The lion's fur that Hercules is known in his
The mane.
in the mane. No, there's a specific name for it. That in the actual myth of Hercules, that when he kills a lion, he turns that into a lion's.
Oh, I know. It's the Namekian lion, right?
No, wait, it's the Nemean lion.
So he's not from Namek.
No, he's not from Namek. It was called the Nemean lion, and he turns it into like a coat, and he wore it because it was impervious to like the weather and also like weapons. So it was like his like little armor that was based off of like, you know, the coat of the fur. So in the movie, they use Scar. They just straight up use Scar's like, you know, resemblance.
Okay, so that coat was tight, son. Nah, I mean. References. Love them.
Yeah. So yeah, I do love that. And but also it doesn't just add there. That's also what I love about Disney. Like all these other movies will always have little references to the other movies, especially nowadays with the new animated stuff. They'll pop it all in.
Right, like Tarzan being Elsa and Anna's brother.
Cousin.
Brother.
Oh fuck yeah, you're right. You're right, because supposedly they were the one
They're the ones who crashed.
they crashed.
Yeah. Or so that's a whole other thing as well.
Oh wait. No. Now I know what it is. Yes, Tarzan is their brother, but they're also cousins with Rapunzel.
Well, all right.
Yeah. That was another factor.
Now with Rapunzel, do you think the carpet matches the drapes?
Absolutely, just not lengthwise.
Can you imagine like the princess climbing up and it's like from her crotch?
You just climb in through the window and her legs are up in the air, and it's like, oh well then.
Yeah, that I'm sorry I brought that up. Anyway, sequels talk to Lion King. So I've never seen Simba's Pride, Lion King 2. And I was proud of that because I'm like, why do I need to see that? It was straight to DVD. No one cares.
Yeah.
Well, that's my wife's favorite movie. So I saw it and I'm like, hey, this isn't all that bad. I mean, the first one is obviously way better, but this one is pretty good.
It's kind of like a redemption story for like.
It's about like Scar's heir, Kovu, who like they use him, like his mom uses him to infiltrate Simba's Pride, and then kill him, and then take over for Scar, and Kovu ends up finding the right way and falls in love with Simba and Nala's daughter Kiara, and
Kiara,
yeah. So the evil mom dies, and everything is all good in the world. Animals living peacefully. Lions eating them, and then the sake of peace.
And more incest.
I can only imagine.
Because again, they call him heir. Scar's heir, but it's basically cousin. Kiara's cousin.
Sounds like an Alabama special to me.
Wow.
And then there's the Lion King 1.5, which I believe is sort of the first movie, but through the perspective of Timon and Pumbaa. I never seen that one.
I heard it was fun. I think I remember watching it, but I heard it was a lot of fun because it's Timon and Pumbaa. They were like the highlight of it.
For sure. I love Nathan Lane. I wish he was my friend in real life.
Who's that again?
Timon.
Who's Nathan Lane again?
You ever see Mouse Hunt?
Yes.
So the shorter guy?
No.
He's so cool.
Okay.
Well, do you think this movie has aged pretty well in its last 30 years?
Wait, hold up. We're not done talking sequels though. Because
What else is there?
the live action.
Well, actually, it was CGI. That was not a real lion.
Damn.
But I see what you're saying. Okay.
No.
I forgot all about that.
No, but it doesn't stop there. So yes, there's a live action remake of it, but I just found out that they're making a Mufasa movie.
Oh, yeah.
A live action
prequel.
Mufasa movie. Yeah, like prequel. But it's live action, so I wish it was animated, but it's live action.
Are you saying live action or like CG, like the last iteration of it?
I'm
Because
still
it's
gonna
not live action.
I'm still calling it live action. I mean,
Lions
I know
don't
it's
talk.
CG. I know it's CG, but like, I mean,
That's that sort of style.
but also I feel like I feel like some of the footage has got to be real. Like it's got to be actual real animals,
Like a real tree.
like a real tree and a real. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Well, I totally forgot about it. Well, have you seen the CGI remake of it?
Yeah, it's cringe as fuck.
Okay, because I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's weird because like they do try to bring in the whole singing aspect also to it. But also no, it's cringe. It's cringe. Like they shouldn't be making live action animals like this.
It just
like,
looks awkward because they don't emote.
Yeah.
You know, there's no expression. They're just regular animal faces.
It's very subtle. It's very subtle emote, which makes it more cringe.
I don't know, man. I totally forgot about it. I should have watched it, but maybe I'll catch it later and give an actual opinion on it. But for now, it doesn't feel like a must watch for me.
It's not. But the Mufasa prequel, though, that one actually, it's fucking Mufasa. I'm wondering, I haven't looked this up, but I'm wondering who's going to voice it.
I'm not sure.
Because the original one wasn't that James Earl Jones?
That's correct.
Yeah.
And
Is he dead?
He's still very much he's still alive.
But he's
in his 90s, I believe.
He's done, right? The last thing he did,
He is not done.
He did Mufasa's voice in the live action remake. CGI remake. Fine, I'll say it for you.
Thank
CGI
you.
remake.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure he voiced Mufasa again.
Maybe.
Yeah,
But-
and if he does it again, well, this is going to be a younger Mufasa, so it wouldn't make any sense for him to voice it. But that's still pretty badass. Like he's a great voice actor. Period. Darth Vader, like he's awesome.
Yeah, the neighbor from The Sandlot.
Oh yeah, that's right too.
Coming to America.
Or just narrating stuff in general. He was amazing.
Just existing makes him really cool. And yes, he did voice Mufasa again.
And the CGI, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the Mufasa prequel, there's a bit in the original one where after Simba gets in trouble from going to the elephant graveyard,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, "Hey Simba, I'm gonna tell you something that my dad taught me, that if you ever feel alone, look up in the sky and those stars are the kings of the past, and I'll always be there."
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they're gonna show that in the prequel where Mufasa's dad tells him that, and I am probably gonna cry a little bit.
Yeah, you sappy fuck.
I feel nothing.
That's a lie. But yeah, no, even though I find the whole CGI thing cringe as fuck, especially with these animals, I'm still gonna watch it because it's fucking Mufasa. Say his name again.
Ooh, Mufasa.
Ooh, say it again.
What did you say? I said, que pasa?
Que pasa?
So do you think this movie has aged well in the last 30 years, sir?
So I think so, because people, present company included, still cry to it to this day. The live action's trash, but it had to be so epic to create a live action movie. And also, there's still a bunch of memes that are being spread around. Especially, probably my favorite one is the one Mufasa is talking to Simba about it. All of this is yours. What's that shadowy place over there? You don't go over there. Like there's
Not
still
that.
memes. There are memes and memes about this.
Well, he says everything the light touches. I don't think the light touches the the Outlands or the Elephant Graveyard area.
Yeah, yeah,
So I think he was still correct on that.
yeah. I think the last meme I saw that was based off of that was live action video games. the movies, and so you have the first panel, which is everything that the light touches is like it's like the best part, and then you'll have like Last of Us, Fallout, Sonic the Hedgehog, and then Simba's like, what's that shadowy spot over there? And then you have like Resident Evil, Doom, and it's like we don't talk about that at all. Like
Resident Evil had like 10 chances to be good and they all sucked.
all of them, except for the CGI animated ones.
No, I didn't like those either.
Really?
I didn't like any of them.
I never really got into Resident Evil, so like I wouldn't know, but I kind of enjoyed them.
Yeah,
I got a huge thing for Claire Redfield.
Yeah, I'm always more of a Chris guy.
We're talking about sexual preference, right?
So I think this movie has aged pretty well, just in the certain like adult themes of coming of age and death. So, and I think that's something, you know, Walt Disney and even the Kimba Osamu guy wanted to do, is you can still have animated movies and make them mature enough for people of all ages if you have the right themes and characters.
Yeah.
And I think this is a testament to that. Like, even though it's animated, it still makes you feel. And that's ultimately what a movie's job is, to make you feel.
Absolutely.
So I think it's aged really well.
Especially since like back then, it was definitely a very nice, easy, subtle way of introducing children to the concept of death, which is always a really like hard subject. Like, well, I wouldn't know. I'm not a parent. You probably are. Like,
No, I definitely am a parent.
are you sure? Yeah. All right. Cool. So, I just the concept of thinking about it, trying to explain to a kid what death is and how does that work, and like I'd be like, fuck, I don't know. Kids creep me out in general, so it's like, no, I'm not going to talk to you about this.
Not every kid is Children of the Corn.
I don't know. I feel like every single one of them are, but like, yeah, no, it just seems like a really difficult subject, and I feel like this was kind of like a great way, because I mean, I didn't grow up that fucked up, and like movies were my teacher growing up, so I did learn about the concept of death, and probably it's also what desensitized me, why I didn't cry so much. I need to go back to therapy. Fuck.
Yeah, we're not going to unpack that section of your speech just now, but I do agree that it was a good way to sort of help kids get through the idea of death, because the whole theme of Lion King was a circle of life.
The circle of life.
They
yes.
they sing it at the end of the movie and everything. It's the circle of life.
Yep.
That's pretty much what death is. You know, show must go on.
Yeah.
And remember who you are, and Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
And if you're aching for some bacon.
Aching for some bacon. And also, like, I love how, like, the scenes, too. It's like you have the elephant graveyard where it really represents death.
The scariest place.
And then you go to the jungle where there's just so much vibrant life. And it's like you see all of that in that movie.
All the colors.
The dark, the gray.
How did all those elephants get there, and who the fuck killed them?
Right. Like, do they just be like, yo, I got a fever. Bitch, you better get to that graveyard.
I don't know. Maybe that's just where all the lions hunt them and just leave them there. I don't know, but I don't want a spin-off movie, but I want a little bit more detail about the elephant graveyard. That was definitely the most like fucking metal place in the movie.
Okay, I don't watch that much National Geographics, but I know that there's some animals where when they feel like it's their time to die, they go places. Like a good example, like cats. Like when cats feel like they're gonna die, they'll go
hide somewhere.
They go hide somewhere, go under the house so they can die in private.
Right.
Like maybe I need to watch a National Geographic special on this. What if elephants have that? Like where they a specific place where they just go and die, and that's where the graveyard starts. Because like fishes have mating places. Fish have mating places. They always mate in the same fucking place. Like, what if like other animals have a place where they all go die?
I suppose, man. It's like, hey, Gary, you're about to die. You need to go take a walk over there.
Yeah,
you're fucking right, man. I'm gonna die.
That cough don't sound well. You better hike it up that mountain.
Take that walk of shame. Kiss all your mistresses. See, if I knew I was about to die, I would probably do the same thing. I'd probably go over to like a BJ's or a Jersey Mike's and just collapse right there on the floor after I eat, of course, because I'm not going to die without a smile.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I wonder if there's more. I wonder how many people die at strip clubs.
I'm pretty sure the number may be exaggerated or like downplayed.
Yeah.
Bigger question is, how many dudes walk into strip clubs wearing sweatpants? Those are people you want to avoid.
Okay, I don't go to strip clubs, but I'm very curious about that. Like that, there's gotta be like the Jet Strip. I'm sure Jet Strip has people that just walk in and like
Sweatpants. Oh man, fun times.
Because I mean, like, but okay, but there can't be sweatpants because if there's a stripper grinding on you, that's just gonna create a lot of friction and a lot of sweat. No, okay, yeah, no sweatpants.
You're gonna see all the stains for sure, all the pre-coms. Anyways, back to this kids movie. Are there any last things you want to say about The Lion King before we get the fuck out of here?
Fuck no, I feel like we covered everything that I could think of. Just apart from the fact that it's just yeah, even after watching it yesterday, like can't help appreciating it. Like every single time, you appreciate it more and more.
This movie definitely has a legacy that's been living fine for these last 30 years. I think it's gonna go a longer time and be one of the best animated movies of all time. Really, top 1,000 for sure. But it's there. It's very culturally significant.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna see more remakes and more live action remakes. There's probably gonna be a Simba's Pride, a CGI movie.
Now, what I want in the vein of this Winnie the Pooh horror movie, I need some more Disney horror. So give me a fucking Cujo Lion King movie. Okay,
the only way that happened was because of the rights got let go,
public domain.
Yeah, public domain. That's not gonna happen with Lion King though, because they're just gonna keep redoing it, right?
Okay, man. Just all right. Let me think here. I wanna see a horror movie with the Lion King, just that takes place in the elephant graveyard, and less incest.
Yeah, no, there has to be incest.
Okay.
Game of Thrones has opened a whole nother genre.
I'm not even gonna go through your hard drive right now, man.
What hard drive? It's just all on my phone.
Well, that's gonna do it for us here today on this episode of Drink to a Decade. Woo. Once again, I am your amazing detective. Wow, how does that go again? I am your amazing, spectacular host with the most, Detective Artemis. Yes, I'm still alive, and we do have a few more of these episodes coming out very soon, including a new Movies in a Nutshell with Ghostbusters to also help celebrate their 40th anniversary. So make sure you have that subscription thing, whatever these things are, man. You know how it goes. YouTube is not a new thing. I don't care, but we will be here. So thank you again to my co-host here, Journey. Any last words for you, sir?
Your title is way too fucking long.
You mean my Scottish Lord title?
No, you're amazing, spectacular. I'm still alive. Whatever, Detective Artemis. Like,
yeah,
like I'm just like, hey, yo, I'm just Journey, man. I'm here for the journey, bro.
See, I got a little bit of extra sauce, so that's what it is. Like,
Szechuan sauce.
I consider myself maybe like a Rocky Road, chocolate, marshmallows, and I think you.
You know how many people are allergic to Rocky Road?
Are you allergic to Rocky Road?
No. That's why I'm here.
Oh. See, I think my favorite ice cream flavor is Cherry Jubilee from Baskin Robbins. Pretty much any cherry flavor. Cherry Garcia from Ben & Jerry's.
I like coffee.
Coffee, cookie dough, strawberry cheesecake.
Coffee.
Do you want to go to Baskin Robbins?
Yes.
All right, well, we got to get the hell out of here because I need to get my ice cream. Once again, thanks for watching and or listening, and we'll see you next time. And wait, no, there was an actual thing. Oh, yeah. We drink and we know things.
No, wait. Is that it?
I think it was.
We had a different sign off.
It was that.
Whatever. I miss you guys.
All right. Until next time, guys.